Hey, vinyl community, how's it going? Tony here. It's been a while. It's gotta be. It's definitely been like a month or something. Yeah, back to do a recent vinyl editions video. Hope everybody's well out there. I really feel like out of practice here, but yeah, I'm back. Lots happened. You know, life. Just in about a month. You know, the last video I made on the day that my daughter was born, my second daughter, and she's doing great. You know, we're settled in, and you know, pretty much have gotten back into the swing of taking care of a newborn. You know, but it's been great. You know, and yeah. I mean, what else is there to say right now? She's awesome. Love it. You know. It's definitely different with two. I mean, we have a 2.5-year-old, and you know, she's running around. But you know, it's great. So yeah, a lot of cool things happening. Some not so good things, but yeah, I'll spare you the details at the moment. But so, want to do a recent vinyl editions video. Now, this is going to be a little bit different for me. I have a ton of stuff. Now, that's not different, but in this video, I'm only going to show 20 records. I know, only 20, but I have a lot more than that. But for now, I'm going to show you 20 records. I had to split it up. I got so much, I have to split it up. In this one's going to be quick, and I'm just kind of going to show some of that stuff that I got. But most of this stuff are things that people have shown a lot lately, sort of newer releases and things, so this will be pretty quick. The video after this, I'm not going to do it for another week or so, we'll see. There's going to have more stuff. It's definitely the stuff I'm more excited about, you know, so I'm not going to tell you that the next video will be better, but it is what it is. So anyway, hope everybody's well. You know, it's Facebook thing is still going strong. I've been on there, you know, but yeah, definitely the videos are where it's at. This is where this whole thing started, and hopefully this stays. I mean, people have commented about how it's been more quiet on YouTube, and kind of sad about that. I mean, I hope people will continue making videos. You know, I'm more interested in people making the videos. You know, that's just me. That's when I see people showing records and videos, for some reason I get more excited. I could look at pictures of records anywhere, you know, and it's just like, you know, but when people show a record, talk about it, you know, it's different. Plus it's like they're inviting you into their home, and that's kind of just the feeling that I get, and I enjoy it more, you know. You have your favorites and you watch them, but yeah, just wanted to say that, you know, the Facebook thing's great, but I definitely prefer YouTube. A lot of people on Facebook too, so it's a little different. Anyway, let me just get started here. I'll start with a few cheaper used finds. This one was free. My buddy gave it to me. One of those things I'd like it more for completist reasons than I'd actually really listen to it much. But it's definitely not as bad as you would think. But yeah, Saved, Bob Dylan. Definitely excited about the new record. I've heard it and I really like it. But yeah, this is Bob when he, you know, was sort of, I don't want to say born again, but when he, you know, discovered really Christianity and started, you know, coming of the devout Christian. But yeah, definitely not as bad as you would think. But it's, you know, it's all right. That cover is just awful though. Anyway, yeah, so I got it for free. It's in, you know, it's in decent shape. The record's in good shape. But yeah, more for the collection than anything, you know. Was just listening to this, and it's really good. I know a lot of people have this, but Emmett Roads, damn, what's the name of the band he was in? He was in a 60s pop band, you know. It's gonna escape me, but Emmett Roads, excellent stuff. Excellent pop record. I mean, I think I've read an article, you know, about Emmett Roads, probably in Mojo a long time ago, and how he was basically, you know, Paul McCartney worshiper, you know, and it definitely shines through here. more of that sort of pop, Beatlesque pop, if you will. But yeah, excellent. And a nice copy. I'm pretty sure it's an original. It's on ABC Dunhill. It has a scroll in the dead wax, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, cool record. Like I said, I'm gonna try and keep this quick. Picked up a copy of, now I've gotten some shit in the past about pronouncing this guy's name, but I'll probably never get it right. Jean-Michel Jarre, Andy. Anyway, Equinox. Excellent electronic. You guys know. What's cool about this is that it is a promo copy. It was only $4, promo copy, and it is a white label promo. So yeah, happy to get it for $4, and it's definitely, you know, pretty good if you like the electronic thing, early electronic, fairly early, Tangerine Dream, all that sort of, yeah, ambient electronic, you know, cool stuff. And finally, I did not have this record, Joni Mitchell's first record. What's cool about this is that it was, it's mostly considered like self-titled, but if you see there, what is it, Song to a Seagull, if you see that. So, but yeah, her first record, it's classic. I don't know if this is an original. I would think an original would have the two-tone reprise label, and this is the solid. But whatever, $3. Love Joni Mitchell. Yeah, it's one of those things you don't notice unless you know, that writing there. But anyway. And picked up this. Now, I've said before, I'm not the I love Frank Zappa, but I'm not the biggest fan of later Frank Zappa. Not that I've heard it all, you know, like there's definitely stuff from that later period that I like, but overall, I mean, I just love his early stuff, the Mothers of Inventions, of his early solo records, so much that, you know, that the later stuff to me just, it doesn't compare in a lot of ways. I mean, but I will never take away the fact that A, I love Frank Zappa, I love the guy, and B, the brilliant, absolutely brilliant, like the epitome of musical genius is Frank Zappa. Really. But I picked up Jazz from Hell, and I actually really enjoyed this, I have to say. I was always kind of frightened and scared away of his stuff that he'd done on the Synclaver. But this is excellent. Really, really, I loved it. So, you know, there are a few things I still have to listen to from his later period, but yeah, cool stuff. Glad I got it in beautiful shape. It was $10. You know, well, I figured out what the hell. Alright, so here's where I'm getting into more recent stuff that everybody's been showing, that sort of thing. So, this is not, I wasn't going to seek this album out. Really, I almost had no desire to get it. I think when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, you know, I was kind of excited about it, but it was impossible to get, and it's since been reissued. And by that time, I was just like, whatever, you know. Then I came across it in the store, that sort of thing. You see it, it's right there in front of you. I was like, there wasn't that much else there that I was like, had to get at that moment. So I said, what the hell? Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, Bloodlust. So this is the reissue on Rise Above, and I actually really, really like it. I mean, you know, definitely that, you guys know, that doomy sort of heavier, but it's really good. It really is. So check it out. I really enjoyed it. My version is on the red vinyl. I mean, it's still readily available. So, very cool. I mean, there's so many different pressings of different colors. You could get probably anyone you want of the reissues. So, and you know, it's done in the wrap-on sort of, whatever it is, the tip-on cover, whatever you call it. But yeah, cool stuff for sure. Glad I got it. And the same kind of goes for these two. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. This one, the next two, I definitely sought out. Acid Mother's Temple, Son of a Bitch's Brew. I just love the whole concept of this, the whole idea of it. And I just love Bitch's Brew so much that, you know, it's one of those things, and I had to have it. And I know, you know, everybody's shown it. Mine is, I ordered it from, I haven't seen it in the store yet, but they did have the blue, so I grabbed that. And yeah, as everybody's been saying, you know, it sort of channels the Bitch's Brew sort of thing. Definitely a bit more, I mean, out there, you know, definitely a bit more acid drenched, if you will. But very, very cool. It definitely has that same sort of feeling. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of Acid Mother's Temple. Like this, I've only heard a little bit by them. This is the only album I have by them, but I enjoyed it. I doubt anything else is like this, you know. But yeah, cool stuff. Glad I got it. And same with this one. This is one of those albums where the cover, you see the cover and it's like something about it strikes you. I mean, a lot of albums are like that. That cover just catches you, and it's like, I want to know what it is, what it's all about, you know. And people have shown this in the Facebook, I think is where I first saw it. And it's almost along the line of Trees, that album with the girl. Anyway, that cover just strikes you anywhere. Something about that just really struck me, you know, just that photograph and the font and everything else. But yeah, anywhere. So this band is made up of members from the Mars Volta, Trislops, I don't know what that is, and Minutemen. So you have, I mean, really, the only person that I let me just double check here. Yeah, the only person that I know is Mike Watt. But yeah, you see Mike Watt standing there. He looks like a grandpa next to those guys. But very interesting stuff, you know. And I kind of get the feeling that they just sent the tapes to Mike Watt and he added the bass. But yeah, sort of psyche. I don't know what you'd call it. Has a world music feel to it as well. It's so many different things. I don't even know how I would describe it, but I'm so glad I got it. I mean, it's really good, and I gotta listen to it more. It is still new to me, so yeah. Anywhere. I forgot who first showed it, but I know a number of people picked it up. Cool stuff. And this one that everybody's been showing, and one that I was trying to track down for a little while. Long before it was reissued, and it was so expensive. You know, people wanted $100 for it. I just sort of gave up, and when I heard it was reissued, same sort of thing. I wasn't like all over it. Oh, I gotta get it. But a little time passed, and I was like, all right, I'll get it. You know, Dopesmoker by Sleep. I mean, what is there to say about this? The whole thing. One long track, very doomy. I mean, like the quintessential sort of stoner doom album. And it's excellent, you know, very raw. But yeah, the Southern Lord, I don't have the glossy cover or anything, but it is on the green vinyl, which I'll show you. Yeah, I can get it out. On green. Sorry, I'm not gonna pull it all out. But yeah, definitely glad I got it, you know. Cool stuff for sure, you know. Let me flip the record if you don't mind. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so not much longer here, I promise. What else do I got? Oh yeah, so yeah, Dopesmoker. Cool stuff. Definitely. Alright, a couple things here I'm like not so excited about. This one was a hookup. I didn't really pay for it. But it's a good thing too, because I'm not crazy about it. It's not bad. I mean, for what it is, and I'll say that about the next one too. For what it is, it's alright, but it's kind of just not my thing. Joe Beck. Beck. The cover, I've seen it a number of times, and of course it's, you know, kind of strikes. It's sort of a cool cover. But the production on it, it's just too glossy. It's too sort of like, I don't know if it's fusion-y, sort of cool stuff. I don't know. I don't like it. It reminds me of like theme to some late 70s sitcom that takes place in Manhattan, or, you know, just one of those. I'm just like, But then again, I did only listen to it once, and I'll probably give it another shot. But yeah, Joe Beck, famous guitar session man, you know. But alright. This one here, I gotta say, I do not like at all, and I do not recommend it. The new Yeasayer record, it comes with a 7-inch. I'm getting rid of this. I really don't like this at all. It was a blind buy. A number of people have shown it in the community, a couple people. They liked it. I don't know. I don't like it at all. I can't even tell you why. I just don't like it. Maybe for what it is, again, it's good, but it's too, I don't know, too poppy, too something. I don't like it at all. So yeah, the Yeasayer. It was only 15 bucks or so I grabbed it. But yeah, definitely getting rid of it. If anybody really wants this, contact me. We'll figure something out, but I don't recommend it. Alright. I picked up Bill Fay. I've had this for a couple weeks now. Life is People, and this is awesome. It's just a beautiful record. Bill Fay is just, you know, he hasn't made a record in a while, and I'm so glad he did. This is really something about him, you know. It's just like, you know, just the emotion, you know, it just shines through. It's crazy. But yeah, excellent stuff. He does a cover of Jesus, etc., and Wilco cover, and Jeff Tweedy is on it, and that's awesome too. But I definitely recommend this 2 LP set. Great stuff. Bill Fay. And yeah, this one too, Swans, the Seer. I'm in love with this record. This is just fantastic. It's the first Swans record I own. I have heard a couple other albums by them. I really wish they'd reissue their stuff, but it's probably not going to happen, at least for a while. But yeah, killer stuff. You know, it's Swans, sort of repetitive, drony, noisy, but it's just like, oh, love it. You know, I've listened to it a few times now. 3 LPs. What's great about this too is 3 LPs, and it's like 20 bucks, 22 bucks. I recommend this. I love it. Swans, the Seer. And yeah, everybody's showing it and talked about it. So I picked up Savoy Brown, Looking In, sort of heavy psych blues. I have another one of their records. Really like it. You know, it is what it is. Cool stuff. The last 2 I'm going to show, well, actually, hold on. I'll hold off on that. This one I highly recommend. If you see this, get it. White Hex. And this is Heat. Now, I don't know if this is an EP. It might be. It's 6 songs, short, but it's fantastic. It really is. Very sort of gothy dream pop, not a dream pop, gothy indie rock killer. Just great songs, really well done. I love it, love it. It's on the Advent label. This is definitely going to be one of my favorites from 2012. On the Advent label, out of Italy. They are an Australian band. Fantastic. Do check this out. White Hex, Heat. You'll love it, especially if you love sort of, you know, gothy sort of post-punk, new wave stuff. It's along those lines, but it's killer. I love it. I picked up the reissue of The Sea and the Cake, Nassau. Another absolutely killer record. Indie rock from the 90s. Just sort of, I love this band. I have another record by them. Love that one as well, but this one might be, I think I like this one more. Fantastic. Love that Thrill Jockey's doing those reissues. Killer stuff. And this one. Now this one is a little pricey. It's a 2012 release. Little pricey, but man, I've had this for probably almost a month now, and if not a month, I can't remember, but I've had it a while. And it's only an import. If you're in the States, it's only an import, and it's definitely pricey. The cheapest you'll probably get is like 35, 36 bucks. Beak. This is their second album, I guess, Beak 2. But yeah, this is fantastic. And it's what I'm playing in the background if you've been listening. So yeah, this features, I know a couple people have shown this already, but it features Jeff Barrow and killer stuff. This is very much sort of krautrocky, and you know, they really make their influences known. But yeah, killer. 2 LPs. I really love it. Really. Yeah, Jeff Barrow from Portishead. I don't know who the other 2 guys are, Matt Williams and Billy Fuller. It's a 3-piece. Killer. But yeah, there's the other LP. So that's side 3, you know, side 4, that sort of thing. We're listening to the first record. I highly recommend this. Another one that's going to be a favorite from 2012. Killer. So, the last 2 I'm going to show here, what are we looking at for time? Damn, it's still long. The last 2 I'm going to show are ones that I had in my last video. I totally forgot about them. Don't ask me how, especially one of them. Like, how did I forget about that? But I had them. I think because I put them up in my shelves that I forgot about them. But this one, I'm so glad to finally get. Brian Eno, Small Craft on a Milk Sea. Beautiful ambient record. I mean, love the artwork associated. I mean, the cover on the sleeves, love it. And the sound just really matches the title and the theme of it. Beautiful, ambient. You know, some stuff is darker than others, but it's still beautiful. Love it. Really glad. I got this for cheap because it had a bent corner there. You can see that? I mean, it's creased there. So I got it for cheap, and glad to finally get it. Every time I see it, people want like 25 or 30 bucks for it. But yeah, it's on Warp. Glad to finally get it. And finally, and I don't know how I forgot this in my last finds, but Neil Young and Crazy Horse, Americana. So glad to get this record. I love it. I know a lot of people haven't bought. I haven't seen it really in the vinyl community, but man, I love it. Now, most of you probably know, it's Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Their first album together in years. I mean, the last Crazy Horse record would have been Greendale. It's not even like a Crazy Horse record because Pancho doesn't play guitar on it. He doesn't play on it at all. But, yeah, classic Crazy Horse sound. It really is. And they're doing covers of sort of old folk songs and standards and stuff. And I absolutely love it. And yes, I am a bit biased, but if you love Crazy Horse, this is essential. I mean, if you like that sound, absolutely essential. And I have to say, I will go on record as saying that this might be the best sounding record in my collection. I kid you not. If not, it's definitely up there. It just sounds so good. Everything just sounds perfect, like it's in the room with you. And of course, these aren't cheap. Neil spares no expense. I mean, they're pressed at Palace in Germany. Just done so well. I believe it's pretty much all analog recording. Probably mastered digitally, I don't know. But yeah, just beautiful done. Beautifully done. I love it. And there's an etching on the 4th LP. You see that? Love it. Love it. Love it. So I wrote a short little review of this in Mark's Glass Orchid zine. That was me that wrote that. And I was thinking about doing a video review for this, but it's kind of, you know, late now. But yeah, if you read that short little review I wrote, but I really love it. The best songs on here are definitely, I like Oh Susanna. I mean, it's cool that they're doing that. But Clementine, killer. Gallows Pole they do, it's more traditional than the Zeppelin version of it. Wayfaring Stranger is also really good. Jesus Chariot is another favorite. Jesus Chariot, she'll be coming around the mountain. They do This Land Is Your Land. They do Get a Job, the old doo-wop song. Crazy Horse started as a doo-wop group, if you didn't know that. High Flying Bird, killer. Travel On, I just love it. So glad to get this. I can't believe I forgot it. But yeah, so there you go. Wasn't as short as I wanted it to be, but I guess I had a lot to say. Anyway, so I'll see you soon. I'll have a video. It's stuff I'm really excited about. So there you go, guys. Please leave me some comments. Glad to be back. Hasn't been that long, but I'll see you soon.